when she was with this boy, she would come to sessions clean.
Oh, wow.
She would come to sessions every time we have appointments until day 4. The guy was like, you know what? The guy has a car.
Yeah.
And I could access girl through,
Guy.
yes, a phone as well. Guy sent me a message and he told me, I am done.
Does you or your business need cybersecurity solutions? Well, look no further. RAM Cyber Solutions has got you. RAM Cyber Solutions is on the defense side of cybersecurity. They provide tools and solutions to protect any business against any ransomware and attacks. They also provide real-time alerts to clients in case of any suspected attacks. From mailing security, networks, privilege access, data loss, and backup. Get in contact with RAM Cyber Solutions using the contact details on the screen. Hi everyone, welcome to O Narrative Podcast by myself, Promise Makunyane. This podcast, it's about marriage and family dynamics. If you'd like to be a guest on our podcast, please make sure that you write to us on the email address that is popping on the screen, and do not forget to put your contact details, preferably your WhatsApp number, so that we can contact you once we vet your story. Thank you guys very much for people that continuously subscribe to my channel. I've realized that a lot of you guys are watching my channel. You are enjoying the content that I'm putting out there, but you have not subscribed. Please do subscribe. It's free. It's a black subscribe. It's a button written subscribe. Just click on it. It has to say subscribed if you have subscribed, and it's free, guys. How about like mahala lo? And yeah, guys, thank you so much. And guys, today I'm sitting with a lady that I've met on, I've got to realize their profile of TikTok. She made a video and I got a lot of tags. People are like, Promise, look at this lady. Promise, listen to this girl's story. Promise, invite her. And I watched your story. I went to your story. It was a story time. Part 1. By then, when I was watching it, it was part 1 to part 5, I think, and it was very, very interesting. And I got in contact with you, and you are here. Welcome.
Thank you.
For those that don't know you, please introduce yourself.
My name is Tabile Ntai, and I'm from Bethlehem in Free State.
Yeah.
I am a mother to 2 beautiful daughters.
And what do you do?
Currently, I am working as a secretary to the executive mayor in municipality called Setsoto.
Is it in Free State?
It's in Free State,
Okay.
Vicksburg. Our office is based in Vicksburg, head office to be specific.
All right. And are you nervous?
I am.
What's making you nervous?
I don't know. I have no idea. I can say me.
No, you narrated because it was just yourself with your phone. You narrated your story so well that I thought, hi, when you get here, you'll be giving us. And our interview will be quite different because I've seen how you were narrating the story. I don't want to make it like a dialogue, ne? I just want you to relate the story from start to finish, but I will be probing you. I'll be asking you questions in between, but I want to speak less so that people can understand, right? And guys, this is one of those interviews that it's going to save a lot of people. It's going to be so much beneficial. And more than anything, when people were taking me on her story, I was like, okay, there's listening to the story, hearing the story is very interesting, but I want you to get help out of this thing. I want you to get people that are like, I've been there, my child is there, this is how we came out of it, and, right? So you are welcome. And then you said you've got 2 daughters.
I do, yes.
And how old are your daughters?
The first one is 19 and the other one is 13.
Sure. So you stay with both of them?
I stay with both of them.
Yeah. So your story started by saying how I found out that my child was addicted to
Crystal meth.
Crystal meth. Please tell us about this story.
Yeah. Ostatile Atsuba, I'm gonna speak Sotho and English there and there so that I can.
Related very well. But let's
Yes.
stick to more English. You know why?
Yeah, yeah.
Because your story is like, it's going to save a lot of people across. And then I think a lot of people are going through it, but they can't hear our language.
Of course.
But I know it's juicier and very much you feel very free and you can relate it well when you relate it in your language. But let's try to speak more
No
English because
problem.
this is a very important podcast
All
episode.
right. So yeah, she started with weed.
That's fine, eh?
She started with weed. I could notice smells when she comes in at
Yeah.
home, and I'd ask her, "What are you smelling? What is it that you are smelling?" And later, at some point, she told me that it was weed. Fine. I kept on telling her that weed is not okay for her, weed is not okay for her, until she asked me if I can take her to the rehab, which I did. She went to the rehab in Bloemfontein. It was a 21 days rehab.
Yeah.
She came back, she was okay. She was on her matric the time she comes back. She went in December. When she comes back, it was January 2024, 2023.
Yeah. Okay, let me take you back. Let's start like back. Ne? This is your first daughter.
Correct.
Then when you started noticing that she's smelling weed, how old was she?
She was 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the first thing that you started noticing with her, was it the smell or maybe her behavior as well, or it was just her smelling bad?
It was just her smelling bad. Otherwise, the behavior was still, I couldn't just pick anything that was unusual then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just her going out a lot and coming back with abnormal smell. Yes.
So when you ask her, and then why does she now just start by saying, I want to understand why from my daughter just smelling weed to her saying, take me to rehab.
Yes, yes.
What was happening in between for her to say, take me to rehab?
I had a chat with her. I would have a chat with her saying, for a girl as beautiful as you, I've never seen someone as decent smelling or smoking weed. Please point one that you know who's decent and smoking or weed.
Yeah.
Should be like, I've never seen one. Why are you doing that to yourself? What do you want to be in future? No, I want to be a lawyer. So you want to be a lawyer, an inspiration to other kids, but smoking weed.
Yeah.
Can you do something about it? Because right now you're not smelling pleasant. Imagine a lawyer smelling weed.
Yes.
Should be like, okay, no, I've thought about it. Please take me to the rehab.
Okay.
Yes, now she came back in January. She was excited. She was going to matric. Fine. She was doing great. First quarter, I've never seen her progress report looking that way ever since she has started. Yes. First quarter, she was doing well. Second quarter. And then I was like, you know what? Looking at my finances, I am alone. I'm the only parent to this child. She's going to university next year.
Yes.
With where I am staying currently, I won't be able to maintain or finance her studies.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to downgrade in terms of where I stay. I then started looking for a place in the township.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I moved there. That's where everything
Started.
Well, when we were still in town, her bedroom was starting to be messy. I would fight with her. Why is your bedroom so messed up? So much that when she's on a period, she would throw her used sanitary towels underneath the bed.
Oh no.
Yes, so her wardrobe, now she started being very extremely untidy. I told her, there's something wrong with you that I don't understand. This is not you.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? No, I will clean. And then she started having a short temper. Why so much after me? That is not my child.
Yeah.
She's a very sweet child.
Yeah.
Okay, I would just look past it. Then we moved to the township.
Yeah.
That's where now my rent was exactly half of what I was paying in town. She started not sleeping at home. When I asked why, she said, this is very far. It's irritating. Her school was exactly next to, not far, the next street from where we were staying.
Okay.
But I am dropping you at school. But what about my friends? Well, if you want to go to your friends, I have a car. I will drop you there.
Yes.
No, behavior did not change. She will disappear 2 days. She will come back. I will fight her. You see, this thing of screaming, that is her. This thing of you screaming at me, it's not going to help us. Now I started not doing anything about it until she disappeared for a week. School holidays came. She was nowhere to be found.
This is the girl that was doing super well.
This is the girl that was doing extremely well
at school.
Yes. Now, when I experienced this whole thing, it was September. And she was writing her trial exam for matric.
Yes.
Frustration on my side. It was
You
on
moved
another
to
level.
the township to accommodate her university for next year.
Correct. Fine. She disappeared during school holidays. And then I got a visit at work from a lady. She was like, where's your daughter? Which one? Her name is Kanehelo. Where is Kanehelo? I was like, I don't know. I'm still looking for her. She said to me, she's at my place with my son. Son, yes. They are always in the bedroom. The only one who goes out and comes back with something is my son. They eat. They are always in the bedroom.
Hey,
I'm not working. They are finishing my food. That was the lady. Okay, can you please come and collect your child, because my son, I don't like your daughter for my son, because my son is smoking crystal meth. Every girl this child date end up smoking crystal meth.
Oh, no.
So please come, and please, when you come, don't say you heard it from me. Don't say I am the one who came to tell you that your daughter is here. I am scared of my son. He beat me. He swears at me. No one on the street that we are staying in have a good relationship with this child. He even stand on the street and swear at me.
Oh.
I was like, okay, no, I'll make a plan. Okay, let's come up with that story. That was the woman. We came up with the story. I could not wait.
Yeah. How long had it been since your daughter has been off at home?
The whole month of September.
Did you try and call her?
I've been looking for her.
Sure. When you contact her phone?
Since we were staying in town, when she started having a different behavior from her normal behavior, she lost her phone.
Oh, no. Okay.
Probably she sold it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You came up with the story with the mother?
Yes, we came up with the story. I went there. I asked my colleague, a guy. He accompanied me. We went there.
What was the story that you both came up with?
That someone who's staying not far from them, who's working with me, told me that she saw my daughter at that house.
Okay.
Yes. Now we went there. When I parked the car, she saw me. She came to me. She was like, "Oh, this is Mamang's house. Please, let's leave. Don't go in." I was like, no, I'm going in. You are staying here. No, I'm not staying here. I'm just visiting. There's a girl there. I'm just visiting this one. She called her name. She said her name. I'm just visiting this one. I was like, I'm going in.
Yes.
I went in, caused a drama. That's what we agreed on with the lady.
With the mother.
Yes. That you should cause the drama so that I show her, you see what you bring into my house. I caused the drama.
So the mother said when you get to the house, cause drama, like...
So that it's easier for me to say, I don't want this in my house.
Hear you.
Yes. Don't just come in a peaceful manner.
Manner. Yeah.
So I caused the drama. Say, you kept my daughter here.
Yes.
A little bit of a noise. She was like, Penny, not in my house. If you guys want to date, just not here. And why are you coming to sleep here for days? Why are you doing that?
Yes.
Why don't you guys date? And then you go home. He comes home, you know. I was like, I don't even want your boy. I don't want your son. I don't want anything to do. We took her. We went home. She slept only one night.
At your house?
At my house. She disappeared again.
How does she disappear?
I work. I am working.
Oh, yes.
I'll be at work. When I come back, she's not home.
The conversation in the car from fetching her at that house. What was the conversation?
I don't want to hear anything from you.
She's telling you that.
You caused me the drama. Why? Why? I told you we should not go in there. You should have just took me. Why? Why did you go there and make such a noise?
Yeah.
Krach. Globa strong.
Yes. Then you got home.
We got home. Well, she didn't want to talk to me. Oh, and the setup at our house in the location is a 2-bedroom. So the house has 4 bedrooms.
Okay.
However, the lady who's renting it out for me only opened 2 bedrooms for me.
Okay.
I asked that because I knew she was living in 2024. So I needed something cheaper. I was like, you know what? You're going to be leaving soon. In 3 months, you won't be home.
Yeah. So just share the bedroom with your sister.
Share the bedroom with your sister. Okay. Unfortunately, she did not stay with us. She disappeared. We started looking for her again to find her in a very, very dodgy house.
How did you find her then?
There's a guy who came to me and said, you know what? I know where the child is.
Ish.
I know where the child is. We started looking for her. We found her. The house is an abandoned house. I always passed there, but I did not think there are people staying in that house.
Yes.
It's an abandoned house. It doesn't have electricity. It doesn't have water. It doesn't have... Well, we went in.
How long was it from when she just left home for the second time now to when you found her?
I think I found her after 2 weeks.
Is she writing her exams in that?
She wrote her September exam. She did not do well, but she passed.
Yeah.
But she did not do well. Her results were very low.
Oh. Then you went to that abandoned house.
Yes, I went there. We found her through the help of others who I think are also on the same thing as her, because you can just see them by just looking at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to the house.
Got to the house. She came out. I told her, please come. You'll be writing your December exams, your final exams. You will come back to the guy as soon as you are done with your exams.
Yeah.
She refused.
So she's at the house with the very same boyfriend.
With the very same boyfriend. She refused. And then she looked into the eyes of the very same guy who brought me there. She said, did you tell her you're the one who introduced me to this? You busy running around with her. Did you tell her?
So
I trust him so much.
is he your colleague or what?
It is someone close to me.
Your boyfriend?
No, not.
Okay.
Not.
Sure.
He knows himself.
Was he a part of your life and your children's life? Is like a family member or what?
He's not a family member. Someone that I am working with is linking me with him.
Okay.
Yes.
So this person now knew where your daughter is because he's the one that introduced your daughter to these things. That's what she's saying.
She said that. She told him. And then what his response was, I had to show you that the company you're keeping is wrong. So I thought maybe you would have a backbone and leave.
So how does now, okay, maybe I'll ask you the questions, just relate the story now. Fine. So she told the guy, well, you are the one that introduced me this thing. Did you tell my mom? And then what did you say?
To the guy, I did not say anything.
Yeah.
And fortunately enough, I was not alone. My other colleague was passing. I stopped her. I was like, come. I'm here to collect Mwana. And then she was like, okay. She came. So when she said that, my colleague was there. So at least there's someone else who heard it besides the guy and his friends. And, Oh.
I'm sure you're tired of relating this story.
No, not. Just that the part where this guy, you would be next to a person thinking, they are assisting you, only to find out they're actually doing it out of guilt, probably.
Did you late? Okay, I'll ask you. I will go back to this one. Okay, fine. Then she refuses to go back with you.
She refused.
Okay.
Yes. I then said to her, okay, that's fine. At least now I know where you are. I told the guy, looking into his eyes, that I hate you for this. I started looking for the owner of the house. I found her. It was a woman.
Yeah.
I called her. I found the number, actually, her number. I called her. She was like, oh, when I called her, I said to her, regarding the house at Masaleng, that's where the house is. Regarding the house at Masaleng, what is happening? Are you renting it out? She said, yes, I'm renting it out, but there's no electricity at the moment. I'm trying to fix that part. And then I said to her, but are there people staying there at the moment? She said, there's a couple staying there.
Couple.
She said that. There's a couple staying there. I said, okay, the girl is my daughter. The lady said, oh, okay. Oh my God, how can I help you? I've been meaning to find her parents. How can I help you? I said, I need us to meet tomorrow
Yeah.
with a boy's mom. Would that be fine? There's something I need both of you to do for me. She said, that is fine. We set an appointment. We met. When we were at boy's place, I said to boy's mom, you know what? I know we were against the relationship. I know we were against the girl visiting your house. And I said, I don't want boy in my house. However, girl is writing her matric
Finals.
final exams. And the setup she's staying in is not okay for someone who's writing exams. I don't think they eat well. There's no electricity. When does she study? Now, I'm going to need you to take your boy back at home. And I'm going to take my boy, my girl, back at home. Your boy will be welcome in my house.
Oh my.
If she want to come and visit her girlfriend. Please accept my child in your house.
Yes.
Now, Mustand, this is what I need from you.
Yes.
I need you to chase them out.
Yeah.
Then it will be easier for them, for us, yes, to come home. She said, nope, take your child. Just take yours.
And leave the boy.
Kere, lady, if that boy is there, my daughter's going to run after her. I mean,
Exactly.
after him.
Exactly.
So it's not going to help.
Yeah.
No, I'm a prophet. I have prophesy. Boy is going to get a job very soon. I'm like, ma'am, exams are now.
Yes.
There's another date in 2 days she'll be writing. When is boy going to get a job? No. Hey, like she started swearing at me. I left. I told her, you know what? You are useless.
Yeah.
Stood up and left. She came after me. We were outside where everyone was looking and we were telling each other where to get off. During the day.
With the owner of the abandoned house yourself. And the boy's mother
The boy's mother was like,
watching. Okay. Now you guys are fighting that, okay, you being unreasonable. Like I've told you my situation and I'm trying to get my daughter home.
it didn't work.
Yeah.
I told them, you know what? I told boy's mom, if we are not taking our kids back, their survival will be stealing, going to jail,
Yeah.
or stealing and getting killed by umpagat. We are either saving them or letting them go to jail or die.
Yeah.
She didn't respond. I got into my car. I left. A week later, it was on a Monday. It was in December. I received a voice note from that guy. My daughter says he introduced her to this thing, to crystal meth.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard your daughter's boyfriend is dead. I was like, okay, where is my child? He said, I don't know. I called boy's house, boy's mom. They said, yes, indeed. He is dead.
The boyfriend.
Yes. I got into the car. I went to that abandoned house. I found my daughter there alone. It was dark in the room. She was holding this, back in the days, the lights where you pour paraffin and then there's a cloth.
The lamp.
The
Was
lamp.
it a lamp?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that it's like this.
Yes, yes.
Then inside is the light.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was holding that. It had a smoke. But I thought maybe she was praying. Only later to find out, I actually found her smoking. But I didn't know how this thing is smoked. Apparently,
Yes.
you have to use a light.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that on
When you were researching
when I was
about
researching. Yes. She was lying there. I said to her, "Come here. I'm very sorry." I gave her a hug. I was like, "You know what? Let's leave this house. Just come home." We left. We went to boy's mom to check how is she. And then I asked her what happened. She said a friend came to collect her boyfriend.
Okay.
Within a space of an hour, a friend came back to fetch her. When she got to wherever, she found her boyfriend lying down. And she put a hand on his chest. She's saying that there was a heartbeat. Well, I don't know. Then the guy said, "I am coming to seek for help." When he was down there, the road, he said, "You are visible. Please hide." And then he started flipping the boy. He was facing up. He flipped the boy to face down. So girl believed this boy was still, the boyfriend was still alive.
Okay.
She believed what killed his boyfriend is the boy flipping him to face down.
Oh.
Yeah, but they were stealing Escom cable. Yeah, that is the real cause of death.
So did he get choked or something?
Yes. Though they say he was killed
By what?
by friends, but they were found exactly on the spot
Where the
where they were cutting the cable, and the cable was already halfway cut,
Okay.
and the electricity in that area was off.
down. So he got electrocuted. Is it electrocuted or what? And then what time was that?
It was around 1 o'clock, according to them,
AM.
a.m. They left. This boy left my daughter on the scene. 1 a.m. in the middle of nowhere with his boyfriend who was lifeless. Just imagine, I'm taking myself, putting myself in her shoes with someone you love, someone you stay with full time. Dead.
Excuse me. Somebody that you have abandoned your family for.
For. Thank you.
Thank you.
When I asked her how long before they got help was she there, she said something like 3 hours
With that body.
with the body, somewhere where you could also be done, like someone can come and do something
Yes.
to you. So yeah, and then she said to me, when I said let's go home, she said there's a lady, Mama, whoever. She's a very sweet lady. I'd like to go to her tonight only. I said okay. At that point, what I was thinking about was I just want her to be okay, you know.
Yes. You'll do everything that she wants.
Yes. So I took her to the lady's house.
Yeah.
I
Was
went
this
in.
The funeral has been done by then.
No, not yet. It was exactly on the same day
Okay.
I heard of the news.
Yeah. Which he died the previous night.
The same morning.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, in the AMs.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I took her to that lady's house. So there's a lady who's going through the same thing, or who was going through the same thing as me. Someone had introduced me to the lady. I told her, hey, an update.
Yeah.
Boyfriend is dead. So yeah, I took. Oh, where is girl? How is she? No, she's not okay. However, she asked me to drop her at Mama whoever.
When
She's
you
like,
ask her, who's that lady? What?
she's the lady I normally talk to, and she understands me. I was like, okay,
Let me.
yeah.
So you took her there.
I took her there. I even went in to knock.
When you have the conversation, you're having it after you've dropped her.
No, before.
Okay,
Yes. I went in. I was like, okay, I am Qini's mom. She said I should drop her here. I hope you guys will be fine. Are you okay with that? Yes, no problem. Please, she must come home tomorrow. Of course, she will come home tomorrow.
Yes.
When I asked that other lady, she was like, oh no, that lady is the one who's selling this thing to them. That lady is the one who's keeping our kids, excuse me, in her house. The house is not far from the border gate. The house is not far, it's not far from the taxi rank. The guys who are buying these kids, they know where to find them. It is in that house. They are buying these kids for sex.
Wait. So you just realized that you took your child to a sex trafficker, a kingpin or whatever, a lady that sells drugs. How is that house? Is it like an abandoned house as well, or what?
I've been wanting to say this.
Yes.
But I wanted to say this while I'm out of. I actually wanted to take a pic of the area or a video, but I don't feel safe.
It's not safe.
It's okay, I'm going to say it. There are at least 10 houses looking the same. It's something like, I can't say an estate, man, it's townhouses.
Okay.
There's at least 10 of them. And then there's a next door house, a big, beautiful house. All those houses don't have people. No one is staying there. There's only one person staying in that street. It is that woman. Someone abandoned their house, a very beautiful house, probably because they don't feel safe.
Aibo.
I don't know who's the owner of the place, but he doesn't have or she doesn't have tenants.
Wait, it's a gated community, like with 10 houses that look the same.
Yes.
And then there's a big house.
There's another house at the corner, very beautiful. Doesn't have anyone. The whole place don't have people. There's only one person staying there. It is that lady.
I want to understand, were there people in those houses?
At some point, yes, there were people. Apparently, municipality people were staying there.
Okay.
Currently, there's no one except that family.
Why do you think it's that? What do you think is happening there?
Because no one wants to stay where there are drug addicts roaming around. Probably the break-ins are high.
Yeah.
No one wants to raise their kids where there are sex workers walking around.
So it's next to the border. Which border? To which country?
To Lesotho border gate, to Lesotho Maputswe.
Okay.
You can walk from that house, crossing the border to Lesotho, yes.
So this woman, is she in the big house or the smaller houses?
They are two bedrooms 2-bedroom apartments.
So she stays in one of those houses. So she's a sex trafficker, you say?
I don't have proof.
Yeah.
However, I was told our kids stay there. And yes, when I want my child, sometimes when I go there, I find her there. I know she sells drugs.
Is she a South African woman?
She is a South African. She's a South African. Her boyfriend is from Cape Town. He's colored.
The boyfriend. How old is she? How old does she look, the woman?
Probably her late 30s.
So she stays there with who? Who's they? When you went to drop your own child, who was they?
Small small kids has
small kids.
apparently she has 5 children. I heard from my daughter.
So when you called your friend to tell her that, I've dropped her there, and your friend is like,
Wrong place. My daughter was also staying there.
so it's a 2-bedroom house. So these people are just staying there. There's just a lot of people, or Bakenagadi shifty, or what's happening?
You know, I'd like to know myself.
Yeah.
How is it working there? Or are they using the other houses?
Maybe, I don't know.
I'm just wondering. I also don't know.
Okay, fine. Then you still drop your child. At this point, you are just a vulnerable mom. You
I
don't
was
know
like,
what to
okay,
do.
that's fine. Well, the funeral happened. I told girl, you know what? We need to attend to your trauma. You need to go to a rehab. You need to go to, let me book you in for a trauma, deal with your trauma and recovery at the same time. We have medical aid. You can do this. Girl refused. She disappeared on me again. This child can disappear. You sometimes hear they would say she's in Lesotho. She crossed to Lesotho. She doesn't even have a
I
passport.
was about to ask if you've made a passport for her.
No, she doesn't have. Well, I found her. I told her, you know what? We're going to buy. There's a garage. It will make a garage. I think at the chips and rations.
Okay.
It's a bit out of where, out of that town. We drove there. She realized when I took a turn to the other direction, it is not far from a hiking spot. I drove there. She opened the door. I jumped. Then there were people at the hiking spot who saw that. Bamukecha.
Yes.
They asked, what is happening? I told them, I am taking her home. She's on drugs. At that time, I was talking to my cousin who's a social worker. She said to me, you know what? Because she doesn't want to go to the rehab herself, we're going to do it through court order.
Yes.
You need to go to court, tell them she doesn't want to go to rehab. Oh, and I received a tip that they want to kill girl because she want to change the statement. Apparently, when she was giving out the statement, she gave out the statement that she was told the story wasn't exactly what happened.
Yes.
Now she is angry. She believes her boyfriend was killed. She want to give
The right story.
Now, someone said to me, you know what? There's something like this happening. Please take the child out of this town. I had no choice but to force her out. So the people who were at the hiking spot said, you know what? We will hold her for you until you reach your destination. They hold her. I drove up until I got home to my granny. They tried talking to her. At the same time, I am going to court, trying to make court order, and but I did not win with a court order.
What were they saying? That she need to consent for herself?
She's over 18. and she can stay wherever she wants. She will decide herself.
Ish. Mm.
So I did not win.
Yeah.
I gave up for that time. It was in December. January came again. I started looking for her. Like I have not reached a point of giving up on her
Ish,
as yet. January came. I started looking for her again. Results came. She passed all her subjects
wow.
except English and Afrikaans.
Huh.
She did not write second papers of those. When I asked her, she was like, I know I can do better. Like, I know I am good with English and African. So that only those papers I wrote did not do a thing to the ones I did not write. I said, no, that's not how it works. Her statement is incomplete.
Ish.
She did not fail.
Yeah.
She has an incomplete statement.
And if you'd pass all those technical subjects, you will really not fail English. And it's just you didn't write.
She didn't write. Well, I have registered her to write English and Afrikaans again. This time around, now in 2024, it was very difficult for me to get hold of her, so much that I was like, you know what? When Boy was around, it was even better.
Oh my God.
Because
You just knew where to find her.
I knew where to find her, and I knew she was protected
Ish.
because she had a boyfriend. Now, when I get to the garage, I'll hear people who are working there, petrol tenants, they will be like, she was sleeping here, right on the floor. I am told my child was sleeping there. To think she has a bed back at home.
At home.
You know, Nining, no, she crossed the border. A lot of things. And I was like, flip, that boy was even better.
Ish.
His presence was, you know.
It was not a good. It was not good, but
Yes.
now that he's gone, you like, that was better than what I'm faced with now.
Because, like, I couldn't find her at all.
How long did you look for her?
Yo. I don't even know. I've been looking for this child. Thursday, this past Thursday, Maban, there was a knock, 6:30 on the door. We open, it's her.
Salome, when last did you see her? Before Thursday? When she was knocking?
No. There's a part I skipped. So, there was a house she was staying at. Next door, it's a former colleague of mine.
Yeah.
She stopped me while driving in town. She was like, I heard that a child who is staying on my neighbor is your child. How? Where is that? I don't know where you stay. Let's go. We went there. It was a tiny house, like a storage kind of. She was staying in there. I spoke to her, girly. She said she doesn't want to live there. She doesn't want to stay with me. She told me a lot of things. The door was not locking. I went to town. I bought this a lock for her, at least to be able to lock herself in. I bought her food.
Hey, mommy, you know what? Yo.
I was like, if she's here and I am arranging the tabaza rehab and her being collected, at least I know where they will find her.
Yeah.
So, Nining, she was no longer staying there because I will just pop up. I will just pop up, give her more. So she doesn't like that.
Like, leave me alone.
Yes. So, also I started talking to social development.
Yeah.
Asking if they can help me with the rehab. They said, but she need to be willing.
Yeah, she needs to consent.
Yes, to go there. We can't help her if she doesn't want to go.
Yes.
She started calling me with a number that I did not know. So, This guy was now part of her life. This one time there was pictures of her everywhere naked. She was with this guy. I started looking for her with my cousin, and then my cousin said, I know the guy. He's actually a good guy. He was my manager
Oh,
at the company I was working for. Oh, really? Hi, man, I don't understand what happened. They started calling me with this number. Now, when she was with this guy, they started calling. I saved the number. Sometimes I would call them back. Then I spoke to the guy. Girl need to go to the rehab. He said, yes, that's what I want as well.
okay.
I'm going to arrange with social development. I want us to go. They said we need to at least attend few sessions. Then they will book her in. The rehab is free. It's Charlotte Maxeke.
Charlotte Matleke Hospital.
Yes, in Botshabelo, Free State.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's the rehabilitation center.
Okay. I'm
Yes.
talking about the Charlotte Matleke Hospital.
No,
that is
not.
okay. It's a rehab.
It's a rehab. They keep them for 3 months. Boys, apparently, for a period of 6 months.
Okay.
3 at Charlotte Maxeke, and then they moved to Clarence. Another 3 months. Okay. We went for those sessions. When she was with this boy, she would come to sessions clean.
Oh, wow.
She would come to sessions every time we have appointments until day 4. The guy was like, you know what? The guy has a car.
Yeah.
And I could access girl through,
Guy.
yes, a phone as well. Guy sent me a message and he told me, I am done. She doesn't want to leave this circle. I'm fighting her because she doesn't want to leave this circle. She doesn't want to stop this. I am out.
Yeah.
That's when now I started not seeing her ever. I think it was end of Jan until this past Thursday.
She knocks at your door. You hear a knock.
There's a knock. I open. My younger one opens. It's her crying. Like, what is happening? No, they tried raping her. She was beaten. There was a knife on her. The guy has put a knife on her throat. Okay. She slept the whole day. As she was there sleeping,
Yeah.
I was like, she's here. I know if she get out of this house, it's going to be a mission for me to find her again. I took a book. I opened my phone. I went through the people I think can help me.
Yeah.
I wrote their names, started sending them messages.
Yes.
Please help me with 200. Please help me with 200. I want to take the child to rehab. The money, people started sending money. Started sending money so much that I found myself having 6,000 rand.
Oh, wow.
I then showed her your message. I have a podcast to attend. She likes things. I have a podcast to attend. I would like you to come with me to the podcast. I will be talking about crystal meth and everything. This thing you are smoking. We met with the lady on TikTok through videos I've been making. So, do you want to give your side of the story? She said yes. Said okay. She took her matric farewell dress. It's in the car. She took her matric farewell dress. We drove to Joburg.
She was coming for the podcast.
She was coming for the podcast. On our way, she was telling me all these things. She said to me, if I can tell you how many times I was raped, you won't believe. I'm going to tell other kids not to do this. Because on the streets, there's no mercy. I have a friend of mine, Piladi. She owns a beauty boutique. I said to her, podcast is in Eden Vale. However, we're going to start in Pretoria for you to do your makeup. We went to Pretoria. But when we get there, I said to her, you know what? Because you don't want to go to the rehab. And also, you are saying the streets are dirty. They are beating you. These people need to be scared of you. You need power.
Yes.
And Peladi knows someone who can help you. Let me postpone a promise. Promise. Let's make an appointment for tomorrow. She said, okay, we're going to Limpopo.
Yeah.
To a sangoma that will give you power, so that when you are out there on the streets, they love power. These people love power.
The people that takes drugs.
Yes.
Okay.
When you are out there on the streets, you overpower them.
Yes.
My daughter got excited.
Oh, wow.
We drove to Limpopo. It was on a Friday.
Yeah.
We drove to Limpopo.
On Good Friday. 2024.
We drove to Limpopo. We got there very late. Very late. We went to the farms. That rehab is there.
Inside the farms.
Very far. We went there. They woke the others up. The other ones who are there to welcome her. She was like, okay, what is happening here? Yes. And they started introducing themselves, telling them why are they there. A lot of them, Nyaupe is no longer a thing. Nyaupe is no longer a thing. Crystal meth is an in thing now. Almost everyone, actually all of them are there because of crystal meth.
Wow.
I did not hear even one who said they are there because of Nyaupe, no?
And are they young?
There's one who is 14.
14 years. A boy.
A girl.
Taking crystal meth. Sure. And then they welcomed you guys.
Yes. And then my daughter came to my ear and said, Mom,
don't leave me here.
I was like, I'm leaving you, my baby. It is for the best.
Yes.
She was like, no, why are you doing this to me? Why? Barrier, take her. That time I did not take
When they say
anything.
take her, go back with her.
No. They said take her. I mean, to the other ones.
Okay.
Just
take her in.
Yeah, take her in. No, why are you doing? When I come out of here, I'm gonna do worse. And that's fine. That time I didn't take anything.
Yes.
She doesn't have clothes.
She has the matric dress that she wanted to come to Own Narrative podcast
Of
with.
course. Like nothing. I didn't take anything.
Yeah, so that she doesn't see where you guys are going.
But with the money I've been getting from people, I managed to pay the admin fee of 3,000 rand. And then I managed to buy her some clothes. I will be back and drop the other ones for her. I managed to buy clothes for her. I managed to buy toiletries, snacks, everything that is needed there. The only thing I'm left with is to buy a sponge and the trunk.
The trunk to lock, to put the clothes.
To put her things
her
in.
Stuff inside.
So she is there for a very long period, a period of 9 months.
She will be in that farm, wherever.
Yes.
In Limpopo.
I'll go back for her in January. She will be out in January 2025.
Oh, wow. Are you able to tell us the name of the institution, or you don't want people to know where she is?
People who want to know of the institution will just
DM
talk to me
you.
in private.
Yes.
Yes. Because I don't want these people to go.
I hear you. So,
I'm getting a lot of DMs of people telling me of their stories. Some are recovered drug addicts. Some are old women who are telling me of their stories, not their kids.
Them.
Some are telling me of their kids. It's a lot. It's a mess.
Sure. And then at the rehab, how much do you guys pay?
Monthly, it's going to be 2,000 rand.
Can we pay for a month or two for you?
I'll appreciate.
We'll do that.
Thank you so much.
You work so much. Yo. So now your daughter is there and you're going to see her. There's no visits in between.
There are visits, however, for a period of 3 weeks, I'm not going to be able to talk to her over the phone and visits until after 3 weeks. Then I can visit only once a month.
Who's there? Are they like professionals or they're traditional people or at the rehab?
It seems like they are church people.
Okay.
Yes, because
Okay.
they said, here we pray to her. Here we pray. We don't use setlare.
Okay.
Yes.
Who told you about the place?
People have been taking them on my videos. They've been tagged.
Oh, they've got a page even.
Yes.
Okay. So if anybody wants to know about this place, please just DM her. By now you would have seen, I think we'll put her handle again now, her TikTok handle again now on the spot. Just DM her because for safety of her and her child, I don't think it will be advisable for us to publicly say where she is.
Yes.
And do you think that, you know what I'm thinking? Do you think that because she was eagerly wanting to come to the podcast and say her story, do you think if I would go down there with production, she will be happy to say her story?
I think so. She actually narrated her story. You know, things are happening in a in a manner that, you know, I don't even know how to put it, but she took my phone.
Yeah.
She narrated her story.
Oh, wow.
Through my phone, but I wasn't comfortable with the other things she was saying because my younger one was still in the car. I was like, you know what, when your sister get off the car, you will continue with your story.
Yeah.
Yes. Now she is angry. I think at some point, yes, she would be very
She would
happy.
be comfortable.
Yes, because she was like, I want to do a podcast myself.
Oh, wow.
But I want to go out there on the streets. I want to show the other kids how the streets are. I want to save the world. That was her on Friday.
And she will do exactly that. There is Kim GP or whoever, he's an ex-convict, ne? He's changed his life entirely, 360. And then he's saving lives now with his story of being like an ex-convict. And I just believe in her. And I think in the process of time, let's let her settle there. And when you visit her, maybe just tell her how she would feel as time goes. Anytime I will drive down with the production, I'll take it there.
I don't think she would have a problem, totally.
And it will also be great to have her speak. And because she'll be speaking to her peers now.
Exactly.
And the mother, so that the mother can also get a perspective from the child, another child that is dealing with the same thing. And you, mommy, where are you emotionally? Where are you?
Yo, since ke mo dropile girl, I don't know. I'll be fine. I think I'll be fine. I know that is best for her, but I'm like, oh God, my child. Somewhere in Limpopo, they are even speaking the language we're not speaking.
Is it Spedi or Slobedu or what?
Spedi. We are Basotho, rona re Basotho.
Naki mo Pedi, girl, I'll translate for you if you're having a problem with them.
But I have a friend, Pilar is from ZB.
Spedi.
Yes, so they were speaking a bit better.
Yeah.
When they talked to her, it was a bit easier than
Yes.
when they speak to me. So I'm like, yo, my child. But if it wasn't of her behavior, she wouldn't be there. And I'm not ready to give up on her. Not now, not ever. I see potential on her. She's very smart. The day you have a conversation with
I
her,
will see.
you would, she's very smart. I still have hope that she will be okay one day. And one day is now.
One day is now. I love how you are, mom, you are very strong, hey? And I think it's just being a mother. Like you are feeling it in your stomach that my child must be okay, you know? And I know someone who is very close to me. The child is actually older, like well in her 30s, and she's struggling as well. But the mother can't let go, you know? Now it's like the daughter is back to being like a child. She's worried every single day of her life. I think it's just motherly instinct.
You know, sometimes when you talk to people, they will say, go and increase your policies. That will be the advice you get from people. Your child's life, go and increase your policies.
So that you can get money when she dies.
Those are the advices we get from people.
And your second daughter, how is she? How is she taking this thing?
Oh, Wana. She's not okay. She's angry at her sister. She's not talking to her at all. Even on Friday when we were all in the same car,
Yeah.
she tried talking to her. She wasn't responding.
Yeah.
And she said to her, it is fine. I understand you are angry at me because your mom is always crying because of me. And stay away from Habli. She said that. Stay away from Habli. She's also said, stay away from boys. They don't love us.
Oh, wow. Shame. She will be okay, and she'll be the big sister that she's always longed for. So this crystal meth, what is it? Is it a powder? Is it a pill? Do they do it in the nose, in the mouth?
I saw it for the first time
Yes.
on Thursday. When I said we come in the site, she said, buy me.
Buy me, mama, or else I'm not going.
I said, okay, how much is it? She said 125. 25 rand. It is a bottle. It's a round bottle. It has a pipe. I saw it for the first time
Yes.
that day. Very small bottle. It has a pipe. And then crystal meth. Something like this, if you can break it.
Yeah.
Small bottles. In a very small, transparent money bag. See how
Okay.
money bags are?
Yes.
Yes, they put it very small, very tiny. It is bottles.
It is bottles.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, stones. Yeah.
And then what do? Do they eat them?
They crush it. They put it in that bottle, but I did not see her smoking it. I didn't want to see. But
Yes.
they crush those
Glasses
glasses or whatever they are, but they are as transparent as this. But
or maybe because it's crystal meth. Maybe it's a crystal stone. I don't know.
maybe. So they crush it. They put it in that bottle.
Yeah.
When I was checking on when I was doing my research,
Online, yeah.
yes, they use this lighter. I don't know what it is called, but they will put a thingy, a smoke, that bottle.
Okay.
Then it will take out a huge smoke.
Okay.
So I don't know whether they smoke it, kamulom, but it seems like they put it in the mouth.
Okay. They put what?
The bottle.
They bottle in the mouth and they inhale it. Marabatung, Lena Marabatung. Shocking. And then how long do they, is it like every day you buy every minute, every what, or?
So her explanation is there's a healthy way of using it. So she
Healthy way.
says, and then there's another way of abusing it. When she said that, that was when I was saying, do you know you're gonna go crazy? She said, no, if you smoke it once a day, you're not gonna go crazy. But if you smoke it every now and then, you're gonna go crazy. Also, if you struggle long to get it, when you get it, whenever you get it, you're going to abuse it.
Okay.
That's where the problem is. I was like, it's one and the same thing. As long as you smoke it, the results are the same.
Where's her father?
Oh, Abuto. Her father is still alive. He chose not to be part of our lives.
Okay. Since when?
Forever.
Okay. For as long as you remember, you were just a single parent.
I have been a single parent. At some point, he was working, guy, and he was sending money.
Yeah.
And then, he stopped sending money. I said to him, I understand you are not working, but can you talk to her?
Yeah.
Yes, just over the phone. Until you get the job, I will provide.
Just be present.
Yeah.
Then he was like,
So I don't want to run after this guy.
yeah.
Mm.
But when your daughter was starting to now like just go down like this, did you try and say, hey, please just come and help me?
I did. I remember the day when her naked pictures were trending on Facebook everywhere. I have never received so much WhatsApps, people sending me pictures of my child naked on top of a car. So I could see the background
Yeah.
that she was in Bethlehem.
Mm.
I called the guy, he stays in Bethlehem,
The dad.
dead. I called him to say, did you see the pictures? She's in Bethlehem. And Blake ew, ke mo so. Please, I am coming. Can you please come with me? I am scared. He said, okay. I drove from where we are staying, from Fixburg to Bethlehem. When I get to Bethlehem, I call him, hey, I am here. Where are you? He was like, no, I'm with my son. I'm with my son. Then I was like, okay. So what do we do now? No, so you want me to leave the child?
Patong, your other child is there naked.
I'm like, and what about your other one? I left my other one.
Oh.
I left mine unattended back in Fixburg. Please come and help me to look for this one. We just go to that area and show people her pictures. They will show us, because that was when the other guy posted those pictures. Then
Yeah.
I thought that guy took the pictures. I thought, only to find out my daughter is the one who took the pictures, and she's the one who posted them on her very own timeline.
What was the reason?
She says she's a model.
Is she like back naked?
Wapere panty. Yes, a G-string.
But you know what? I'm just glad that you're here. I'm really glad that she is at a place where she does not have control. 9 months is a long time. It's a long time for her not to come all right. If that place is good, then she'll be good. If in that place they won't find ways on getting the thing inside, because these people, they always find ways. So if she will be there, and if they are strict and she can't go out, then she will be okay. You can't be 9 months without taking something and still want it 9 months later. No. Anyway, is there anything that you want to say? Mommy, we did not speak about you. We did not speak about a lot of things, but I just wanted you to talk about the story. Okay, other people were saying, I saw comments, other people were saying, does she know that you are doing this, what. But I think you have answered it to say that you have told her, and she also wanted to say her story, because people, when someone comes out to say something so serious, they want to try and just make it like you are wrong for doing that. And you are really just asking for help, I'm glad that you answered that, because I know even here, they're going to say, does your daughter know that you are talking about her? Did she consent? What?
She actually wanted to go live on my TikTok on Thursday. I said, no, we will do it, just not now, after the podcast.
Yes.
Because you are going to podcast, right? After that, then you will do it. Then she started saying, okay, let me make a video, a normal video. That's when she started making that other video.
I think, yeah, you are right. Even if she has done it then, she was not going to do it in a way that will be, like she was just going to speak. Say people's names, say locations and all that. And if she stays there for a while, and I will go there. I'll go down there. And as a podcast, we're going to sponsor 1 month of her stay there. If we can do more, we'll always tell you. But let's just promise on camera 1 month of the fee at the rehab. And we're also promising that we're going to go down there when she's ready, and then we'll have a podcast with her.
Thank you. Also, to the parents.
Yes, please. Please talk to them there in that camera.
To the parents of students who are studying in Fixburg High, there's a spot they go to before they go inside the yard. They smoke there, all sorts. Please, mummies and daddies, drop them exactly at the gate. Make sure they go in. because they go to the spot, they smoke. That is where they learn all these types of things to smoke. I had it from the horse's mouth, my daughter.
Mommy, thank you so much for your time, for your vulnerability, for being public. It's not easy to speak out, and I want you to understand that you've got a job as one mom that came out with a story that is supposed to shame her, and a story that she's supposed to just keep and like not know what to do. You've got to. I'm sure even after this podcast, countless of moms are going to be coming to you for you to counsel them. You are very strong. You are very strong, and the fact that you're still saying, "I'm not giving up," just open your door for many other parents and guardians of teenagers that are like your daughter. Thank you so much, Mommy. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you for having me.
Yeah. And I must say that was it on Friday when I woke up, I was going to the bathroom and you had WhatsApped me at 2 a.m. I woke up, I was like, you were saying, hi, I managed to manipulate her into the thing. I was like, at night I didn't understand the miss, but in the morning I was like, wow, I'm so proud. I said congratulations, because it's a struggle to get these people
Listen,
at the door of
True.
rehab.
It is a struggle.
Yeah.
Oh, and another thing,
Yeah.
there are rehabs that accept them whether they like or not. So if you are struggling with the government ones, you can opt for those ones.
Yeah.
They help. I saw a lot of pictures, the before and after pictures, very impressive.
The before?
Before rehab and
Yeah.
after rehab. They take them.
Yes.
Some of them you would think they are crazy. They just not gonna recover.
Yeah.
Until they are
Clean.
clean. So yeah.
In closing, how does your daughter look like now? Is she like still like just this draggy person? Do they bath? Do they?
They don't. They don't bath when you are in the same space as them. There's a smell. I don't know whether it is that crystal meth or what, but they have this smell, smell you can't stand. They don't like bathing. That is the last thing.
Actually, in closing, sorry, we are way ahead of we are way ahead of time or whatever. Yeah, we've ran out of time. That's what I'm trying to say. Please give them tips on what to look out for if they are suspecting that my child might be on these things.
Untidiness, everywhere they are seated, or their bedrooms are going to start being very untidy. They are going to start not taking care of themselves. Short temper, stubbornness, that is on top of the list.
Do they eat?
They don't eat as well. They don't like eating.
Anyway, guys, this marks the end of the podcast, and hopefully in this year we'll be sitting with the madam and she will be clean and she will share her story by herself. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next podcast. Do not forget to subscribe now, guys. Thank you and bye.